So today we're going to be talking about the all-out war event, and this is definitely one you want to farm, mainly because we have those new hammers. Obviously these new hammers are insane. They are meant to be like the new meta, and the more I think about it, it's just like, it's so hard to get gold in the game. I wish they would implement new ways to get it, because everything's just so expensive nowadays that you have to be like such a long-term player to literally do anything. It's just so insane. I wish they would give out more gold. Either way, we're going to talk about the event as a whole. And yeah, so obviously we can see the boosted units. The boss is blue, so they're obviously gonna all be green. Mainly, most of these are kind of free to play. Feltz, Subaru. I mean, they're all pretty old characters, all in the general pool. Ram here is a farmable character as well as Subaru. So definitely put as many as on your team as possible when you do the skip tickets, because I wouldn't recommend doing normal teams with them unless you have like all the mono green units. Then we have Fred. Obviously, I don't believe it shows the percentages for the boost, but if it's like subjugation event where these characters are 15% and Fred is going to be a 50%, so always make sure you use Fred. So yeah, we'll get into it. First we have this tiger boss. I already went ahead and completed all the missions. If you don't know, you can complete missions by doing the practice stage, so you don't have to wait for your 5 free runs every day. And this is the team I use to skip ticket. I don't use this actually playing because that'd be a terrible team, but basically what you want to do is just throw on every single boosted unit and then find yourself a Frederica in the friends list and go ahead and then just, you know, use the characters, use skip tickets. And yeah, but we're not going to actually be running this team because again it is a terrible team. So the main team that I kind of just ran with it was obviously my mono yellow. I use it to clear everything, mainly because it's the only good team I have. With this you can obviously run Ryan as a leader. He's fantastic. Always lab Ryan is always going to be amazing, especially with this memory that gives the cooldowns. Great character to have as a support for like literally any event. In this team particular, I like to run Festival Ryan though, because he's another 50% lead, and I use only yellow units for the most part, so I definitely want that 50% attack skill. Like that's such an insane ability. So these are the memories I use. Then we have Shion over there because she is like a little bit worse than Ram. Ram gives the 35%, but down here you get a 30% debuff resistance as well as debuff chance. So you kind of want to put your supports in the back line, and then you get 50% or I don't know, 50 base stat. I don't know what this is exactly, but attack. So you want all your attackers in the front row. So I would put Ram here for the extra damage as a leader skill, but again, we want her in the front row. So then we're gonna put Ram here because she's a great yellow unit. I think I put her in this slot before, so let me switch that over. I just put the idle memory on her just so she can go first. Just proc some of her abilities first. It's gonna be up here because I already have it equipped. And then the other two are kind of whatever. I believe I put I think like other random yellow units just so they can survive, because I wanted to clear the skip ticket conditions with like everyone surviving, because obviously that's a condition. So I think I ended up going with Krush here. This was not the memory I used on her, but let's just pretend it was. I used Krush because she is like obviously type advantage. She's still a really strong unit, and also she can actually apply attack down, which saved my team because usually I couldn't get a run for like the longest time without dying. So her applying the attack down actually saved me a couple times. Also, Festival Ryan is really good for this fight because the boss stacks himself with rage, so Ryan could obviously just take it, as well as the other two tigers have cover at certain points, so he can also take the cover and take some hits. So that's really nice as well. So Festival Ryan, I can see definitely going forward in like a lot of PvE events. He's gonna be really unique and useful, and you can really take advantage, especially if the enemies are using like highly, like so many buffs and stuff like that. He just yoink them right off. So basically the stronger the opponent, the stronger your team, because that's just how Ryan works, which is really nice. And then he can take, you know, again, he can take reflection, he can take full-on shields. Like that's so sick. Then we have, again, some other units just kind of doing their thing. The tigers can go down relatively easy, but he will revive them after a certain amount of time. The main tiger, this guy does counter after every single hit that you do to him, or not every hit, but like every time you attack, not per hit. But yeah, and then the bottom tiger, I believe, counters as well. And then the top tiger, not sure what it does, but yeah, so the rage can continue to stack. So having Ryan be able to take advantage and apply it to his kit, because not only, you know, does rage just make everyone stronger in general, it actually factors into Ryan's kit, because his attack needs to be a certain amount in order to do certain things, and that can go for a lot more units going in the future. So yeah, overall he's pretty strong, pretty good. Lab Ryan is just as good. Lab Ryan especially because, you know, the memory that you can apply on him. So yeah, talking a little bit about, you know, the actual shop itself. Obviously we have the new hammers. So the new hammers are really expensive. They're not going to be easy to get at first, so it's going to take quite a bit of time. I recommend just probably going for like a set 5 first, not every single one. So it's going to have to depend on how much you get during the event and how much or what you need for your certain units. I'm going ahead trying to get 1 through 5 right now, but you need a total of 80,000 materials. I don't even know if that's possible free to play wise. Like, we only have 6 days. It's very hard to get. So 80,000 is not going to be easy to get. And not to mention you have other things that you probably need to buy. There's 500 gems with missions, and there's 500 gems in the actual shop. I went in and bought those already, as well as tickets. You can have tickets from this shop that I actually did. I was recording the multi, but I didn't end up posting it because I didn't get anything. But yeah, you can get 10 tickets here, and then tickets from the exchange shop. Talk about that when we actually talk about the shop. But yeah, so 1,000 gems in total, and then the new hammers obviously being the main draw. You still can get SP hammers from here though, so you have a lot of hammer choices, and I wish they would give out more materials, because there's just so much to buy now. It was kind of hard with the red and the blue ones, but now you have even the purple ones, and the purple being so expensive, it's rough because you know, there's so much to do. So just be aware that there's a lot to buy. Really weigh your options on what you need. Really focus on, you know, a core team to really upgrade, or else you're gonna be all over your place with your hammers. And yeah, so that's probably gonna do it for the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.